Prado in the shed so we can get the Anderson plugs all hooked up, so it's good for towing. Righto, so you tow a caravan and you've got the stability control, the brake setup from the car to the caravan, but you've got a new car and you haven't got it hooked up. The red Anderson plug for the electric brake controller, stability control for your caravan. Let's get straight into how to hook it all up. Right, I've got everything laid out on the floor, ready to go. So the first thing we need to do is remove the old bracket, because we've made up a whole new bracket that will mount everything we need, including our Anderson plugs. Right, the first thing we're going to do is just bolt the Anderson plugs straight to our new bracket, and then we'll be able to mount it straight onto the existing bracket. Optional wire, this is going to be my reverse camera for my caravan. Clip straight into there. That is solid as a rock now. Right, our bracket's in, all our plugs are in. All we're going to do now is we're actually going to trust Toyota, and we're going to chase their wiring loom that came to the trailer plug. So it follows the passenger side all the way up over the wheel arch, follows the chassis all the way up, right up into the engine bay, smack where the battery is. So perfect location. If Toyota have run their wiring there, we'll just chase it, and we'll cable tie it along the way, and once we've got it all in place, then we'll come through with a bit of protection on it. Let's start chasing it through. Righto, so we're going to chase the wire up through here, but we need to take these off. These just little plastic fasteners, just unscrew them. Just like that. Just pull all the cables through, and conveniently Toyota have put two M6 studs coming out of the firewall at about 127 mil apart. So all we're going to do is make up a bracket, bolt it to the firewall, and that way we don't have to drill any holes or mount anything. It can all be removed, and hopefully it will look really neat. How good is that? Thanks, Toyota. Righto, there's our bracket. Turned out really, really nice. So we've got a 40 amp circuit breaker and a 30 amp circuit breaker. The 40 amp is for the main power grey Anderson plug, and the 30 is for the red caravan brake controller plug. Right, I've actually cleaned the thread because I had a bit of paint and stuff on it, obviously from factory. We put a flared nut on facing the flare out just to space it off the firewall, so that when we go to put our new bracket on, it's difficult with the camera in the way. The trick is not to drop this nut. So the auxiliary part goes on the bottom, or the silver post, and the copper looking post is directly to the battery. It's going straight to the battery. And that one there's our earth. There's a reason why I've done the earth like that, because incredibly the wire was a little bit too short. Now, once we hook up the positive, we're obviously live, so just be very cautious and be careful. Another cool thing is Toyota has actually already given us this full stud here for us to connect onto. So all we need is a M8 nut, whoops, which I nearly dropped. Flared nut would be preferred because that way it'll lock onto there. And slide it on and we are live. We just want to double check everything. So with our multimeter, 12.64 volts. We go straight down the back, check out the Anderson plugs. Righto, 12.64 volts. 12.64 volts. Righto, so that is it. Now it has turned out to be really helpful that Toyota have put certain little studs and lugs in certain spots to be able to make up bracketry and to be able to make it all work. It's actually turned out really clean, and I'm really happy with the way it's all come up. The brackets, the circuit breakers, the wiring, we're able to chase all the existing wiring, and it looks, well, I'm a bit biased I guess, but it looks great. So hopefully this has helped you guys. If you guys are setting up your red Anderson plug for your stability control for your caravan, well, that's the way to follow it. Now it is important to note that we have chose 2 separate circuits for your red Anderson plug for the stability control for your caravan, and your grey Anderson plug with constant 12 volt power. And the reason is we want them to both be separate circuits in case one fails, trips out the red Anderson plug, you don't have stability control. Anyway, that's it for this video. Take care of yourselves.